Today, I effed up by texting my date that I might end up marrying him seconds after we ended our date. This just happened to me, literally 10 minutes ago. I am dying. I am dead. End me now, oh holy ghost. I thought this only happened in some poorly written rom-coms. The kind where life hardly imitates the real one. I want to bury myself and never come to see the light again. Why me? Oh, why me? 10 painfully long minutes ago, exalted by the wonderful date, I went with this handsomely gorgeous man who also happened to be a friend of mine for the last 3 years, against my apartment door that I had just closed on his beautiful face. I typed these words that will fiercely haunt me now, bitch. I think I'm going to end up marrying this guy. This was meant for my best friend, the only other soul I could muster to express my vulnerable feelings. I sent this deeply poetic text to him instead. Do you think there is a void big enough in this planet to hold all my misery? All the embarrassment? Do you think I can make a pact with the devil to turn back time? I would just need 10 minutes. That'd be really nice. Can I please die now? Literal and metaphorical death is the only relief I might know. I am currently in my library, sprawled across the floor, intently staring at the ceiling. Man, I think I'll be here forever. Here is the latest updates. Good news, there's so much staring at the ceiling one can do before pure boredom kicks in, and the realization that the desire to scream EFF at the top of your lungs will most likely not last for an eternity. Bad news, you guys did me dirty by blasting my still fresh embarrassment on the front page and apparently on a famous Portuguese radio show this morning. Cool. So, on to the meaty love update. Once I realized the text blunder, I quickly texted him that it was not meant for him, with a crying emoji for good measure. Sweet man that he is. He responded immediately to let me know that he doesn't read texts not meant for him. I subsequently asked for permission to die. He said, please don't. This morning, he texted me about some travel plans we have down the line. Bless this handsome man. The gods are cruel, but not that cruel. This is where I should clarify that the original post was obviously a tad hyperbolic. Just like that text, go figure. I slept well last night, and I also laughed at myself, the blunder, just the ridiculous timing. What also got imprinted on me was that exact moment I wrote and sent that text. The moment he leaned and kissed me goodnight, I looking at him as I closed my apartment door, locking it and at once turning around and heavily sighing and smiling, keys still in hand. 2 weeks ago, he had proposed going on a walk in the park. I had an inkling somehow that after knowing each other for 3 years, he was going to finally, perhaps, become vulnerable and share a few things. I had been in a serious relationship when we met, and, what I know now to be out of respect and my ironclad boundaries, he never made any advances. But I was single now, and at the park, sitting there, together, he looked at me and said he had feelings for me. Long time, 3-year-long feelings. And right there at Prospect Park, on a clear night, under some 35 visible stars, we counted, he kissed me. Last night, it was my turn to be vulnerable, even if accidentally. For once, I think I understand Ted. He was always the guy I wanted to throw my shoe at whenever his ridiculous face showed up on the screen, which was a lot. As for the library, I'm not Jane Austen, but I'm a New Yorker, and the luxury of ample space is not something I recognize. My dream as a child refugee, growing up in deep poverty, was to have a dedicated place for all the books I could buy when I would grow up and have money. I might prefer this life over any rom-com. That's the end of this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see what the commenters have to say. First comment. Aw, this is so cute. I'm calling it and going to bed with this one, boys. Fiancé and I are going down to the courthouse tomorrow for the official papers, so I needed this story to calm my nerves. So happy for you. Honestly? Nothing brings a couple together like being your real self as soon as possible, and nothing quite like texting him like a bestie on accident to break through that barrier. Next comment. Yeah, honestly I get that it's embarrassing, but if I were the guy and the date went that well, it'd feel really good to get that. I think we can all agree that OP probably does not intend to marry the guy right this second, and instead was basically saying, wow, he's amazing, I can't wait to spend more time with him, not that she's already buying the gown. Another comment. Honest reveal of feelings rather than mind games? The guy will appreciate it, especially because you have known each other for 3 years. You will laugh about it at your rehearsal dinner someday. Final comment. My wife did the same thing when we were dating, except she tried texting her friend how much she didn't like me. Thank you for listening and watching. Please let me know what you think about this in the comments. I would love to read about what you have to say. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Have a nice day.